Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I would like to start by thanking the Right Honorable Prime Minister when she cited the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda and read for us the attendant laws. I was really pleased and very happy. I now invite your attention, Mr. Speaker, sir, to the national objectives and direct principle of state policy. And specifically, I want to go to principle number 26, accountability. They are short, I would like to read them. The first one says, all public offices shall be held in trust for the people. The second says, all persons placed in positions of leadership and responsibility shall in their work be answerable to the people. The third one says, all lawful measures shall be taken to expose, combat, eradicate corruption and abuse and misuse of power by those holding political and other public offices. This is the command of the Constitution that you, Mr. Speaker, you swore by in the oath for the office of the Speaker. All of us here, members of Parliament, we swore by it. So I really thank the President, but I must thank him because recently, despite being the first citizen, he was driving around and people questioned him to provide answers by virtue of holding the office as a leader, as a political leader. Although his response was not satisfactory to me. When he said, in Kalerwe, you don't have power because you voted for Noop. But at least he answered. At least he answered. That shows that if the President can humble himself and answer and be accountable, why are other political holders of offices in this country so adamant to the level that even the constitutional right of a member of Parliament to express themselves, an attempt is made to curtail that? We had to fight. As a member of Parliament, we have to fight and struggle to be heard on this floor of Parliament. Mr. Speaker, my guidance, the guidance I'm seeking from you is that as political leaders of Parliament, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, the 4 commissioners of Parliament, first, before we go outside, there are questions that have been asked by virtue of the political offices that we hold. Ugandans want those answers. That is why people were marching to come and get the answers from Parliament, because we, the representatives, cannot give them the answers they want. We are being accused as Parliament that we are corrupt. I'm an MP, I am not corrupt. In fact, I don't know Luganda, but this one hurt me a lot. When I was moving around and I saw people pointing at me, calling me Owekitiibwa, I thought it was something nice. Later I was told it means you're a thief. I am not. I'm not.
Order, honorable colleagues, let's listen to Honorable Jonathan.
So,
let's listen to Owekitiibwa, Honorable Jonathan.
So, Mr. Speaker, I'm just concluding. I'll give information to you later. Let me conclude on this serious matter. All I am requesting,
Honorable Jonathan, you're protected.
All I am requesting is that as people who are holding offices in trust of the people, can we take an initiative to explain to the people of Uganda the questions they ask of us even before they take the drastic step of coming to the streets? Because the situation that happened today, most of you, the inconvenience that I had to pass through as a member of parliament to come to do my constitutional duty in office was too much. And we were being harassed. Even some of us who left our IDs, the parliament IDs, it took time for us to be verified to come here. I don't want to go through that every day when I come to work here. So I ask you, Mr. Speaker, that when you retreat to your chambers, think through, and all the leaders, and provide answers. If you have been accused of A, please try to provide an answer. We don't want Ugandans to come. They are already saying if they cannot access us here in this parliament, they will go to our homes. I cannot take that for granted. Me, I don't have a police officer. I don't have security. Many of you have security, combat what I don't have. I move as I am here. And my home, nobody has visited. I don't want to be accused of being part of the loot, part of the corruption. Each and every person accused should answer in line with the provision of this constitution. And if it may please you, Mr. Speaker, lastly, we have been struggling to bring business on the order paper of this parliament to discuss this matter, to the extent that colleagues are moving, running away, and yet you can use your discretion as a responsive leader and say, I have seen you struggle. Why must you raise signatures to come and discuss issues of corruption? Why? Why must people be raising signatures? You can respond and say, as a leader of this house, I have decided that this matter is so urgent that we can allow it to be discussed so that we don't go. I beg to submit, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable colleagues. I would like to thank you for the opportunity. Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable colleagues, I would like to add something to what Honourable Dura has echoed. He has addressed the issue of governance. But we must address the real issue. The real issue that young people are grappling with is unemployment. For me, I'll speak for what my constituents are talking about. Our population is between 25 million people. We have 25 million people between the age of 17 and 64. And whenever you go back home, honorable colleagues, you will attest that nearly 30% of your constituents are presenting you with CVs and asking you to help them find jobs. Parents are grappling with the issue of looking at their children after graduating and being skilled and looking at them with the pain of having no access to opportunity. We can talk about change of leaders, we can talk about change of policies, but for as long as we do not address the issue of access to opportunity, then we shall not have addressed the real issue. Secondly, Right Honourable Speaker, when the traders closed as a result of the taxation, people laughed it off. The continuing pain of people losing their capital due to high taxation, due to high interest rates, due to lack of access to capital and factors of production, narrowing the gap for growth is just a recipe for poverty, and as a result, we shall have increased crime. As a result of increased crime, we shall breed repeated demonstrations day in, day out. Right Honourable Speaker, finally, the gap between the rich and the poor continues to grow. And for as long as it continues to grow, there is relevant discontent. Today we can lock up all the corrupt, because if they are arraigned in the courts of law and proven that they are guilty, rightly so. The course of the law must take, the law must take its course. We as Parliament can do something because we've produced reports. The report of Trade and Tourism produced something, and here is the basis that government has used to apprehend some of the people. So someone cannot say that Parliament has completely done nothing. Maybe probably they are demanding for more, for much more accountability, and rightly so. The Honorable Du clearly said that people, after failing to access us here, they want to access us at our own homes. I support that. The member of Parliament you elected must be accountable to you. Go to his home and ask him, why is it that this is the one being taxed? Rather than finding us in a group and say that whatever you're debating it collectively and accepting it collectively. Probably we say no to certain things, but we are not good enough to persuade some of you to agree with us. Therefore, if your constituent is discontented with what we are debating, I support them to come to your home and ask you as their member of Parliament as to why they are unemployed, as to why they are highly taxed, as to why they are evicted and you have nothing to say, rather than coming to burn down an institution that they seek to occupy. In any case, Right Honourable Speaker, there is a cycle of election. If someone is discontented today, my best advice to our young colleague, 16 months are not far away. If your member of Parliament has not performed, pick the nomination forms and contest against them and come and do better here. You can change what you want to change when you sit here. But for as long as you shun politics and leadership, you will never ask for accountability and get it. If you want to get it, take part. To our young children, we might have disappointed you here and there, but you have an opportunity to also contest, and you come to this platform and you debate your own way out. Thank you.
Now,